what's up you guys, the Curious Owl here, and today I have my review for Pet Sematary by Stephen King. So I have a picture here because I had borrowed a copy from the library and had listened to the audiobook on script while reading the book. And I gotta say, right off the bat, I was kind of disappointed with how this one ended up going because it did not develop in the way I had expected it to. Pet Sematary follows a man named Louis Creed, who is a doctor and father of 2 young children, and he and his family basically uproot their lives from Chicago all the way to this place called Ludlow, Maine. It's a very small town, and they specifically end up at a house that basically has a path toward a pet cemetery that has been in this area for generations. The idea of the story is that we follow the Creed family and also a neighbor of theirs named Judd, who basically talk about this pet cemetery, and you start to see the family go through these really difficult times and how this cemetery seems to be I don't even know if I would want to say focal point, because it's really not a focal point. It just is kind of this ominous figure that's sitting in the midst, and you just don't know what to do with it, and nothing really comes to about it until the end. That right there is the most disappointing factor of this entire story. The whole time I have heard about this story and even had watched the movie, the original movie a few years ago, I was led to believe that this cemetery was like the focal point of this story, and it's not. There is nothing scary about this. Even the scariness of this book that's at the very end wasn't scary. It was just a little unsettling from time to time. I'm a giant freaking chicken when it comes to horror. Like, I am the biggest fucking baby you will see when it comes to anything horror. I didn't even shake. Not even a lip quiver. I did not have a lip quiver when it came to how scary this book was. There was no scare. There was no scare. I really liked a lot of what this had because I loved learning about the Creed family. Like, honestly, I really enjoyed learning about Louis and the relationship that he has with his wife Rachel and his 2 kids. And do not get me wrong, this story is very heartbreaking. There are some really heart-wrenching moments within that. I really liked how I was able to get invested in these characters, but I was so let down by the lack of scare. Honestly, I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars, and the only reason it gets a 3 is because I really like the characters. I really did. If I didn't like the characters as much as I did, this probably would have got a 2 star. It was basically one of those scenarios where you see this big scary monster behind the curtain, and then when you pull aside the curtain, there's like a little duck on the other side. I don't know why a duck comes to mind, but a duck nonetheless. And honestly, I do not have much more to say on that. I was really upset with the fact that this was not as scary as I wanted it to be. Let me know what you guys thought of Pet Sematary down in the comments below. If you loved it, I'm so happy that you love it. I just don't see the scariness of it. And if it scared you, then you know what? Good. I'm glad it scared some people. It just didn't scare me. Not a bit. If you guys did enjoy this video though, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be and would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys!